Hey everybody, you have What to Play Next. We bring everything that is awesome, and I do mean awesome in gaming. I am your host, Angindra, Bint Angindra, Bint Violet, Bint Akatosh, first in my line. This is Sons of Saturn. One of the big things that we do is beta test on this channel. So we get a lot of really weird stuff in. If you like horror, if you like thrillers, that sort of thing. We will get the best of the best because we get indie. And then we go through and we see if we can break the game. So if it looks like I'm a little bit less narrating and a little bit more involved, that is why. That's what I do with my free time, and one of the ways that I contribute to the indie community. So we do proofreading, a little bit of narration. Gosh, I've done location, but beta testing, I go hard as far as smashing into things, seeing the radius on your feet, that sort of thing. Just seeing if I can break your game. The sleep is restless and unending. Your mind is tossed about in a shallow tidal pool, slamming against barnacles and corals. Every sliver of exposed tissue is being pecked at by crabs and crocodiles. We must escape this sleep. Free yourself from this paralysis. No more free falls. No more jolts of denial. Wake up, the audience is getting antsy. Not taking the bait, huh? I'll provide a small dose of external incentivization. I don't think that's how you say that. Let's turn on the lights. Raise your head and face reality. Keep sulking in the moist, comfortable puddle you've carved out for yourself. Obviously, we're gonna look up. That's the spirit. Rip the band-aid off quickly. Stop letting those pests peck at you from the shadows. Let's see if you see your life for what it really is. There you go. No more running away. I deserve this, don't I? The lights, they hurt, but in a weirdly satisfying way. To hell with light and being able to see it stings are. If that's the attitude you're going to adopt, you might as well gouge your eyes out. You've got no use for them. Plenty of sharp wooden fragments are scattered about the stage for you to choose from. I'm in the middle of the road handling Jigsaw there. I know exactly. I'm off the drop if I feel like someone is torturing me. This is from social situations. Pro skills here. I grew up in an upper class neighborhood. If I feel like someone is torturing me, I will decide immediately, literally exactly how I'm going to handle that, insofar as like what my life goals are. So they taught us to do that from a really young age. Like I launched a software company when I was 12. We would get into these arguments that weren't really arguments. It was just like low key, and it looks passive aggressive, but somebody's always trying to get something. So wait, before I gouge my own eyes out, there's something I've got to know. Who am I? What kind of thing am I? I want to see. Very often you'll be railroaded into saying whatever the lead of your group wants you to say. You have a lot of control over where you get hit. What are you? You're a human being, 160 centimeters, 60 kilograms, 26-year-old female, and inexplicably muscular. I also find that, The contours of your face are beautiful and sharp and hard they cut. Now I want to be tall, lanky, and feminine, like a Bazori hound wearing makeup. As long as I can beat the heck out of people. That's not who you are and never will be. Why must you torture us with that fixation? I don't like this shape and I don't like your shape either. I don't like my shape, trust me. Nothing but a pile of convulsing tendons and tissue without me. Pathetic, you need me. Why don't you like me? Malformed lump. Ooh, this is my narrator. Look at us. This is what we're being tortured by. This is my life. Just accept it. I love you and I need you. Oh, this is going to be one of those horrible ones. They're going to try and do Stockholm. And you need me. Do I have any phobias? Am I suffering exotic medical? I had a girlfriend at one point. I don't really do the whole... I avoid romance if they're going to explore something that hasn't been handled by society yet. You get pushback from foreign countries if you're really high profile. And we're just really pushing hard on that right now. So I'm just going around it. It's just us then, huh? Suppose our ferryman guide continues to warrant mentioning. We hired him through a broker to help us navigate. He won't come between us. Why do we need this guy? Does he have a name? He hasn't opted to share it. It's a ferryman. He looks hairy and old. I hate him. There aren't supermodels in the trafficking business. This one has done a lot worse. Why do we even need this guy? He helped us get past the guards securing the perimeter. Layout of the city is literally Byzantine. It's nice to have someone who knows their way around. Like it or not, we need him. Don't worry, he comes across as pretty malleable. Literally, he's pretty stretchy. Alright, so it's me and a snarky antique doll. I think I've got troglodyte going on. Don't you think it's time you woke up? Yes. Just keep in mind, not all your parts are going to wake up at once. Your eyes might wake up for your arms and legs. Let's get this over with. Find yourself flat on your back, staring the access tube that leads to the ground above. Muscle control hasn't returned yet. Light pours in. Thought the light would be soothing, but it's not. Instead, you feel like a man on a raft, dying of thirst. Drops of water mist your forehead. It feels like water torture. We've only been crawling through the sewers for 6 hours. Didn't feel more like 8, but yes, it's 10 in the morning. You entered before 4. If it's any consolation, you've been moving at a steady clip. 10 miles in 6 hours is respectable. Oh no, how much longer? Till the ferryman catches up to us? We weren't that far ahead of him. He seemed pretty out of breath. Find our way to the infirmary? Not too long. How long until you get off my chest and let me move, rancid night hag? It'll be a breeze. Pretty sure the situation will be more complicated. You pop out of an indoor manhole cover, find a nicely formatted document explaining what happened to your mom in the nearby desk. Sound facetious! Hopefully my ferryman shows up too. That way I can die closer. Being facetious out. This won't be so simple. You don't know where your mom was the day things collapsed. You're not even sure where to start looking. But we had to hire the ferryman. Oh, there he is. Is everything all right, miss? Why do you think something's wrong? Just got concerned. You're lying in diluted sewage. All right, let's get going. Stand up. Rise to your feet a little too quickly, allowing the dots to colonize your visual field. The words of your ferryman guide echo down the drain. His red headlamp stains the walls. Entrance to the administrative ward is just up ahead. Follow me. Will there be more sunlight? Sort of. They like the natural lighting. The design would mitigate postpartum. See, you never needed this shaft. Let's get going. Ready to get the show started? Yes. Past grief and anger, acceptance has arrived. We're going with the flow now. As a quick turn begins to slip further down the cavern, reluctantly, mechanically, senselessly, you begin to follow. I don't know if it's going to give me... Okay, it does give me agency. Oh, look, and we are moving along. Okay, so the flashlight is ahead of us, and that's my toolbar. There was a little bit on the long end of an intro, just because there was a lot of clicking continue. At the top is a small hatch. The hatch has a small aperture cut out of the left side, allowing the pale fire of light to pour through. Here's the faint sound of metal grating against metal. He's operating a lock, securing the hatch at the top. His voice reverberates. As soon as I open this hatch, you'll need to clamber up the ladder as quickly as possible, and I won't be able to keep it open for long. Got it. Come out of you as if directed by a puppeteer. When you do go for drama, the interesting thing is it feels to the player as though they have less agency. So getting a hold of the controls is like a drive. He lets down the hatch from which you emerge very deliberately as if to avoid making much noise. This is for operations, but yes, on cadavers, not living people. It's an autopsy table. In the mortuary, if you take a peek through the door frame, you'll see the coolers. Why does this hospital need an 18-body cooler? Most of the deaths were from the maternity ward. Oh my goodness. Minerva medics were top of the line. They were constrained by the limited medical knowledge. So something happened where society collapsed. And that was before the Corps went. You're looking for Mom, right? We're in the basement of the administrative ward, so it looks like there's another path you can take. Let's see, there's a flight of stairs right outside the door. They'll take you up. Shouldn't you be the one leading the way? I'll provide suggestions. You should take the reins. I know the way around the maternity ward all that well. You really think we'll find her by searching the building? Probably going to need to pay a visit to operations. Narrow it down. We'll know what section of the city to focus our efforts on. That's true. She would have been born here. She came here for work. Oh, that's helpful. She really communicated nothing of her visits. We had that kind of relationship. Alright, well, the hospital's huge. We'll canvass it and start looking. We can look around the maternity ward. So that's the operations table. It doesn't look like I can interact with much just yet. I have to back up there. That's a little bit counterintuitive. Should search the offices in this hall. Okay. Alright, so I have arrows on screen, which is good. Find an encrusted, tattered notebook lying in the bottom right drawer of the corner desk. Here's silkwood. Good find. Probably belonged to something. Diary. Feel bad, difficulty getting up in the morning. Promoted. Perhaps if I'm obnoxious. Feel bad. Seems as if Vera didn't want to be transferred here. Saturn core, I felt it was making an impact. Guess Rosalind was so thrilled I blew the whistle. She decided I could make an even bigger impact here. Rosalind's your mother's name. Got a match. Rosalind worked in the Saturn core. Definitely a match. Rest of the pages are ripped out. Need to find them. Okay. Give the diary pages. Okay. Ooh, ouch. I hate children famously. Mood diary. Forgot to fill this in. Feel like I was making an impact. You did not in fact, forget to fill that in. That did get filled. There was filling. Okay, so I can actually just move this way, which is good. You can see a clear view of the hospital, so you get a little bit of a view of the outside. We can search the offices. Why is this door bricked off? And then it switches to a more traditional. So we're moving into a point and click. The gritty is in. That's a good look for it. Aside from that, it's not buggy at all. It does have an odd intro system. And then as far as looking for clues, it's very text-based. So if you're into the old fraughts, etc., this is really cool because it does branch off in that neat, steampunky grunge way that, like I said, is great niche for it. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind, Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. They'll put your logo on merch for something bucks. What else is down there? You can do coffee, KOFI, buy this chick a coffee, $1, make me smile. And then we have Patreon. So if you're into more Twitch style subscription, you can support us monthly. We do a lot for the indie community. Nothing I could get hung up on. A couple of, just dev notes as far as Atmo goes, because grunge tends to be a little bit more Atmo based. So as far as the pacing was interesting, and then the intro, the appearance of choice is a little bit hard to turn into a thriller with that. So just a couple dev notes. I don't know if there are minor changes you can make as far as having a personality chart or something like that, having a choice in faces and making that obvious, that sort of thing, are two very simple where you can insert something, or if you're just good to go on it. So we love doing our job. It's really interesting. We love that you're along for the ride. We do also do blockbusters or, go out and just find indie games that are already published. We hit Sea of Stars right before it came out, so that was awesome to see that launch and take off and, have been a part of giving feedback on that and everything. So really great place to find that or to follow along a great story. We like to bring you everything that is awesome in gaming. So hit subscribe, hit the bell. It'll pop you up a thumbnail. You can see if you want to spend 10, 15 minutes with us. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for the ride. So subscribe, bell, and hit like. We will see you in the next video.